After looking as though they had figured out the Dallas Mavericks in Games 3 and 4, the LA Clippers appeared puzzled on Wednesday night in their 105-100 loss at home. The Clippers fought from behind and failed to establish any sort of momentum almost all night long, a pattern similar to the one that played out in the first two games of the series. Dallas threw the first punch, opening the game on a 7-0 run and attacking the Clippers inside. Luka Dončić was responsible for most of the damage in the opening frame, recording 19 points and 4 assists in his first 12 minutes of action. Despite their early struggles, the Clippers went into the break down just 2 points. Dončić, at the time, led all scorers with 27 points, while the Clippers had yet to have a player emerge from the crowd. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George and Marcus Morris Sr. combined for 31 points in the first half. LA did manage to build a 6-point lead in the third quarter, their largest lead of the game, but Dallas responded with a 25-5 run that essentially put the game out of reach for the Clippers. LA had led 64-70 with 7 minutes to play in the frame, but the team went into the fourth quarter down 89-75 following the run. "We couldn't get nothing to go in," Leonard said of the team's third quarter collapse. Turnovers. Missed shots. "They did a good job of making us turn over the ball, collapsing and just missed shots." The Clippers did recover in the final frame, putting themselves in position to take the lead with a little less than 10 seconds remaining in the game. A 9-0 run had them down just 1 point, and after forcing a turnover, LA charged down the floor. The ball ended up in the hands of Terance Mann, who had as good a look as you can get at the rim in a late-game situation. Perhaps expecting more resistance, Mann passed the ball back to Nicolas Batum, who missed a contested jumper in the paint. LA was forced to foul following the miss, and after Tim Hardaway Jr. sank both of his free throws, the Clippers got the ball back. Trailing by 3 points with 8 seconds on the clock, the Clippers looked to Leonard off the pass-in. With very little space, he pulled up from the right corner but caught nothing but air as his shot sailed over the basket. "Turned, felt him right behind me, tried to pump fade and was just off balance," Leonard said about his final shot. "Pretty much was laying back, ended up shooting it. Got to do a better job." With the loss, the Clippers now face a 3-2 deficit ahead of Game 6, Dallas's final home game of the series. If LA wants to move on, they'll need to win back-to-back elimination games and figure out a way to neutralize Dončić, a task that's much easier said than done. Let's take a closer look at a few of the things we could glean from Game 5. Leonard Cools OffKawhi Leonard was enjoying an uber-efficient series coming into Game 5, averaging 33.0 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists and 2.3 steals and shooting 62.